If you grow orchids, you may be interested in how to grow your orchids natural light with artificial light, or you may be growing fully artificial light. So if you're doing either of those two things, this video will be really helpful for you. I'm going to show you the two things that you need to look for when purchasing artificial lights. I am going to show you LED lighting, and that is because it's nice and cool. Like, the lights don't get hot like some of the other lights, just like fluorescent lights, but it does have at least one advantage over fluorescent lights, and that is that you don't have to replace them like you do with fluorescent lighting. LED lights last a lot longer, whereas fluorescent lights, you need to replace it about every year. So I'm going to show you what I use. You don't have to use this exact brand, but there are two things that you should look for. The first thing you should look for is that it is full spectrum. And full spectrum just means that you are getting a broad range of light wavelengths, and that helps you to provide really good, high quality light for your orchids. Every orchid needs light to grow, and full spectrum will help you to achieve a high quality light. The other thing to look for is Kelvin. So just make sure that your orchid light, your LED light, is 5000 K, 5000 Kelvin. So that's the second thing to look for. And I want to show you how I can manipulate the light intensity with this particular lighting system that I use. Okay, right here I have a dial, and I can turn it on for full brightness if I twist it to the right, and right here minimum light, and that just helps to control the intensity of the light that my orchids receive. And the thing that's really nice about being able to control the intensity is I can control how strong the light is on my orchid. So we want nice quality, right? And then we get that with the full spectrum, and then we can control the intensity of the light. So if you think about different windows that your orchid might be in. So if you're in an east-facing window, then you get the morning light that is not quite as intense or as strong as, say, if you're in a west-facing window that gets the really strong, hot afternoon sun. So that's what that dial helps me to control, is the intensity that the light is receiving. Now I want to show you a couple other things. This is what the light looks like from below. I don't have it turned on because you wouldn't be able to see it with the light turned on. It would be too bright. Now I want to show you how I have it attached to the ceiling. So you may not want to do this unless you have a dedicated growing space, but you can see that I have a little hook right there screwed into a joist. We just took a stud finder, and then we were able to find where the joist in the floor is, and then because this is in the basement, and so we just screwed it up into the joist there, and then I have a carabiner, and that holds the light in place just like that. All right, so the third thing that you need to look for, so we have intensity and we have quality, right? And the third thing that we need to look for is how long. So we call that the photo period. How long is the orchid light going to be turned on and off? And what I use are just smart plugs. It's so easy. So I have mine set with sunrise and sunset, so I don't have to do anything. I don't have to think about it. I just have my light plugged into a smart plug. So easy. And if you found this video helpful, then I would encourage you to check out Orchid Buds. It is our community where we grow orchids, and we have a lot of fun, and we support each other, and we have a lot of classes, and it's just a really great and fun place to grow orchids.